How's everybody doing? My name is Kurt Friedrich and I'm the owner-driver for CFRacing, and welcome to our 9th post-race video of the 2025 racing season. First off, before we get started, I want to thank my family, Malou, for all her help at the track, and also Tad and Ty for coming out to the track. Todd pretty much hanging out with us, and Tad, of course, just running around and playing with all his other friends doing Tad type stuff. Also want to thank our sponsors, Gems by Danny on eBay. Gems by Danny on eBay is an online sales website that sells cheap loose gemstones and cheap loose settings for do-it-yourself buyers who want to put a little bit of their customized touch to their jewelry pieces. So please check out their website for their wide variety of inventory. Also, TNT Stocks. TNT Stocks is a YouTube page that I started earlier this year. Basically, it's covering day trading simulation using actual live data from the stock market. So if you're interested in day trading and learning some of the things that I've been doing wrong and right, please check out their website or their YouTube page for useful information. And also quick signs for doing the decals on this go-kart. It's usually kind of hard to get decals and stickers for the go-kart racing. So every time I reached out to them, they've always been very helpful and always been able to help get me what I need for the go-kart and the trailer. So I want to thank all of them for their support, and I'll put their links in the description below. And last but not least, I want to thank you all, the fans, for watching these videos. We've been still getting more subscribes, more likes, more views on each video. So thank you all for tuning in and listening to our race weekend stories. Alright, so with all that being said, let's go ahead and start talking about the race weekend. Alright, so the race events. First was 2 rounds of practice, and we got it to the track. It was pretty cloudy. Looked like there might be some light showers. The track was really wet, really damp, really not coming in very well. So when we went out on the track, it was just trying to kind of see a little bit of what we can do to adjust for a wet track, just in case we had to race after it rained. So we did a few things there, and then also I wanted to play around with the cross, so I played around with that a little bit, which seemed to help in practice. So it seemed like that was going in the right direction. Other than that, no real issues. Did look like we did have some speed in practice, so we were carrying some confidence going into qualifying and then in the races. When it came to qualifying, the track was starting to kind of come in a little bit more. We did take some more cross out of it based off how it did in the second round of practice. So we had one qualifying session. Usually I don't really we do so bad in qualifying, I really don't even pay attention to how the qualifying session works, because I just know that we're going to be starting second to last or somewhere in that area. But now I learned in the good way that they take the fastest lap, or the fastest, whoever had the fastest first, qualifying is 2 laps. Whoever had the fastest first lap goes to the first race. Whoever had the fastest second lap goes to the second race. So with that, hopefully I'm still saying that right, our second lap was the second fastest. So we started the first race, 375, Hobby 375 points, second out of 6. So that was really cool to finally qualify up front. Totally not expected. And then we ended up starting the first lap. We had the fastest first lap out of everybody. So the second race, Hobby 375, we started first out of 6. So with that being said, we can now say that we have won our first pole for CFRacing, which is really awesome, really cool. Really glad to come back and report that and talk about that in this video. I hope well, no, not hope, but let's use what we learned so we go get more pole positions and start first in more races. And they didn't have any stickers on the track for this weekend, but they said we should get a pole award sticker and hopefully have that on display here in the near future. So yeah, pretty cool to finally get a pole and start in first place in some of the races. Alright, so the first race, Hobby 375 points. Yeah, we started second. I fired off really fast, was right on the back bumper of the leader, was trying to make some passes. I felt like I was faster than he was, and trying to work my way around him. But then after closing in on halfway, the go-kart started tightening up, and he started pulling away, and then eventually lost one position and fell back to third. And yeah, that's pretty much where we settled in after that race, or during that race. I was doing everything that I could to get the lead, but just ran out of time before the go-kart started. What it started doing was started pushing really bad, where the front tires, I go in the turn, and then the front tires were just not in the track, and wouldn't turn, and then I'm just losing speed coming off the corner, and they started pulling away, and the others started running me down and made the pass on me. But while I was on trying to make the pass from the lead, one of the things that I wanted to work on that I felt hurt me in the prior week at Margarettsville is getting comfortable being right on somebody's back bumper going into the corner. So if anything, I was practicing racing right on his back bumper, trying to make the pass. Like I said, just ran out of time before the push started developing, and fell back and ended up finishing third. For the second race, starting on the pole, again we fired off. I did make some adjustments, and plus the two classes were really close to each other, so I wanted to take some of that cross adjustment that we made back out of it, but just didn't have enough time to make the adjustment. So all I could really do was just put our second race set of tires on it, and then work on some tire pressure adjustments to try and help it, try and loosen it back up. And we went out again, fired off really strong, and just I led about right past halfway, so led about 11 out of the 20 laps, 12 out of the 20 laps, something like that. But then, yeah, right around halfway point, that push started coming back again, and at that point, I'm just saying, I knew the people behind me had to be close. And I was just saying to myself, just hold on, just keep the steering wheel straight as I can, hit my marks, be smooth, but it still wasn't enough. First and second place got by me, fell back to third, and then fourth place got by me. I ended up falling all the way back to fifth. And then with a few laps left, there was a big wreck. Second and third place wrecked, and then fourth place blew an engine. So now all of a sudden the three out of the four carts in front of me have all fallen out of the race. So now we're restarting with 2 laps to go. In second place again, I knew the leader, Jay Powers, a friend of mine there, I knew he was fast, and I knew that he was going to be fast on this restart. So I was trying to do what I could do to kind of cool my tires down, so maybe I could fire off fast again and get back past him. But I really just didn't have anything for him, and he pulled away again with 2 laps to go. Just really wasn't enough time anyhow. So we ended up finishing that race in second place. So overall results for the day was qualifying second and first, and then finishing third and second. So yeah, pretty happy with the results. I guess you could say in that last race, it was opposite from last weekend. Last weekend we had the speed, but not the finishes. This weekend, we didn't quite have the speed, but we got the finishes. So it all comes around in full circle from time to time. But yeah, a lot of fun out there. And then, yeah, that's a good segue into our goals. So we were competitive, even though we were falling back, we were still competitive. So that was a lot of fun being competitive. We were consistently falling back, but not the type of consistency we want. But at least it was consistent enough to where I think I know what the issue was, and I think I know how to adjust for it next time. And then finishing up front, which the second place was a finish up front. I guess we could call third place finish up front since it was in the top half of the field. So yeah, pretty happy with meeting our goals. I wouldn't say it's 100% meeting our goals, but I would say it's pretty close. So that's pretty cool to come out and finally report a weekend saying we were pretty close to meeting everything that we wanted, accomplishing all the things that we wanted to accomplish this weekend. Alright, so next on the list is our next race. We weren't planning on racing this weekend, but with government shutdown and our Army Reserve weekend got canceled for this weekend, so that freed up our weekend to go down to Tri-County's Kartway and race there. This will be our last race of the season, so we're going to go down there and race and go ahead and wrap up our season. There is a big race in Albemarle, the Halloween Havoc, but we decided we wanted to save a few bucks and save some time and head down to the Tri-County Kartway and run their regular Reaper Racing Series. So looking forward to going down there again. We didn't run very well last time we were there. Maybe some of the things that we've learned from last time we raced there, some of the things we learned since racing there, we can apply to this weekend and have a better performance. So yeah, looking forward to that. Alright, next on the list is, again, we want to start closing up and thank our sponsors. Again, we are looking for some primary sponsorship. If anybody's looking to get a little bit more exposure for their brand, we would be glad to put your logo in on our go-kart and on our trailer for all those going down the interstate to see. So just remember, you're not just putting a decal on our go-kart, you're also considered a member of our team, and we'd be glad to help promote your company and promote your brand. Also, Gems by Dane on eBay, TNT Stocks, and Quick Signs for their continued support. And last but not least, I want to thank my wife Malou for filming these videos, and again for all of her help here at the house, in the shop, and at the track, helping me out every week with the go-kart racing. Alright, so with that being said, we'll be back in a few days for our next pre-race video. Until then, don't forget to subscribe, comment, rate, share, all of the above. We'll see you all in a few days. Until then, take it easy.